And we are live. How's everyone? Hello tonight. Welcome to the 27th edition of the Tennessee USA Wrestling Power Hour podcast. This is your state chairman, Mike Hatcher, bringing all the latest happenings in the state of Tennessee here on a Tuesday evening. And tonight I am riding solo on this whole deal. No Kenya tonight. Sorry. I'm probably going to have a ton of people that are going to not tune in now, probably. But anyway, she had a prior engagement that so she couldn't join us tonight. But we have a great show all geared up for you here. Great guests. Got some really great stuff happened last weekend on the girls' end and on the boys' end. And we're going to get into that really quick. We're going to start on the girls' side. Why not? Because I tell you what, there was a really big event last weekend. Maybe some of you heard of it, like the World Team Trials, which was kind of cool. So very proud of all the Tennessee girls that went and competed. But we, I tell you what, we sure showed out. The girls' side, the girls' wrestling, like Kenya and I describe every week. I mean, it's crazy, like how not only good it's getting, throughout the state of Tennessee here, but just overall and just the national participation we have on a consistent basis at all these big tournaments and how we're doing on the national level is just, I'm telling you, just being the state chairman, I could not be prouder of how things are going and where we progress, how we're progressing and just what our girl side's looking like. I mean, it is, it really is, it's fantastic. So, big shout out to these girls right here that placed last weekend. We actually had 6 girls that placed last weekend at our trials, which is awesome. In the U15 division, we had 3 that actually All-American, excuse me, that All-American, and 15U Easton Daddy-Off. She was 6th. So congratulations to Easton. I think her first trials. I mean, she's just starting to get new in this national scene, and I know she's only been wrestling for like 2 years, which is crazy. So she's like crazy good for the short time that she's been competing. And obviously, I'm kind of biased because she comes to our Young Guns practices. So there we go. So big shout out to Easton, great kid. Riley Sturgill, 6 also. U15s, no shocker there. Big player on the national level. Also, another U15. Actually, we had two other U15s. Janaya Johnson was 2nd, and Caroline Hilton was 2nd also in the 15U divisions. So great job for them. In the U23s, we had Emma Walker, who was 3rd. And, of course, in the U17, no stranger to any success whatsoever, our defending world champion, herself, Piper Fowler. And as you all know, she's one of our guests tonight. So I'm going to bring her to the stage real quick. And we got some stuff we're going to be asking her. But there she is. Hello, Piper.
Hello.
The champ is on the screen again.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I tell Kenya, we can't have Piper Fowler on like every weekend because she does something spectacular every weekend. So we just kind of we have to kind of pick and choose our battles a little bit, with you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because we could literally have you on every weekend. But we figured, World Team Trials is kind of a big deal. That's kind of a big deal, making a world team. So, I figured, what, probably be a good time to pull her on. And there you go, Kenya, if you're listening, because she might be listening right now. We'll see. I'm not sure what time her show started. But she's missing the podcast for the I think it's Tyler Childers. Is that a country guy?
Yeah.
Tyler Childers. I guess he's a big deal. I don't know. She said they bought the tickets a long time ago, and so she's sorry to missing the concert, but it is what it is. I figured I'd try to take over and just go by myself this time. So so Piper, how's it going? Everything good?
Yes, everything's good.
Now you're back in Cleveland, Tennessee, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. When did y'all get back?
I got back Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday night.
Yeah, pretty exciting weekend then, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool because obviously we had the Ironman tournament going on this weekend, and so I was paying attention. To Coach High was telling us what was going on, what was happening, and all that stuff. And you got the finals, and I was like, well, of course you did. Who's she wrestling? He's like, oh, I don't know, some girl. I think you beat her. I was like, yeah, I mean, she'll win that, or I mean, it was just kind of like just second nature. Right? Like, she's gonna win. I mean, so it is what it is. That's kind of what it's gotten to be right now. But was it a little bit different? Being the defending world champ, obviously you're on the world team last year. Was it different this year as the world team trials, kind of as a, kind of having a target on your back this year?
Yeah, I did feel like it was a little bit different,
Mhm.
because this year everybody knew who I was,
Yeah.
and, they really were coming after me. They wanted to beat me. They wanted to get the world team spot,
Mhm.
so it was yeah, it was a little different this year, but it was still super fun and enjoyable, and it's still a great experience to be able to win it
Yeah.
again, so.
Yeah. I mean, did like your expectations go? Well, obviously not your expectations. I mean, that was a little bit different, but I mean, that's never going to change. You're obviously not going to enter a tournament that you don't want to win. There's no question there. But was the preparation maybe different, maybe from a mindset standpoint, or you just kind of going in there and say, you know what, I'm going to do what I do, and we're just going to go from there?
I just have to be confident in myself and know that obviously what I've been doing has been working. So,
Mhm.
just go out there and do what I do best. And so, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, I think if you stick to that game plan, I think you're probably going to be all right, huh?
Yeah.
I bet. I bet. So, did you have familiar opponents this time? I mean, I know that, like I said, you've been wrestling on the national level for obviously quite some time, and so it's none of these competitions are really new to you. I mean, are all the opponents kind of familiar, or are you getting some new players in the game now that the sport's growing?
The girl that I had in the finals, I have wrestled so many times. I wrestled her at
Oh,
this tournament last year. I wrestled her in Fargo finals. I've wrestled her so many times. So she was not new at all. We've wrestled a lot. There were a couple new girls in my bracket, but most of the people I knew.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is it harder? I mean, the more and more you wrestle them, that was one of the things I always kind of I was always kind of curious about, just I mean, because especially like when I was coaching, when I was helping Coach Bono out, on his world team runs and stuff like that, it was like we were wrestling against. He was wrestling in the finals against Zadok, and it's like he's wrestled Zadok so many times. I mean, like I couldn't imagine how many times they've wrestled throughout the course of their career.
Yeah.
That him and I mean, who else? Colat. I mean, it's just all those guys, and I'm just like, man, what's it like to prepare for these guys over and over and over again? Is it starting to be like that with you as far as you've seen some of these girls on the national level? And is it, I mean, is it, you run through the same type of thing? Kind of take us through it a little bit.
Yeah, well, I guess, like, we've wrestled so many times,
Mhm.
and so I've definitely improved off of certain things and been looking at certain things, but, so has she. Like, all the
Mhm.
girls that I wrestle all these times, they've been watching as well. They know what I do.
Yeah,
They know what positions I'm best at, what to stay
yeah,
out of, what positions to get into, so I feel like every time we wrestle, it becomes a better and a better match,
mhm,
but I think we both just become better because of it. So it at the end of the day, like you're gonna have to beat them no matter what. So
yeah, yeah. I'm sorry about that. Oops.
yeah.
One of my best friends is calling in right now. If he's probably not listening though, he's in Las Vegas. So Nader, call me back later. My boy Nader. But yeah, no, that's interesting. But that almost like, man, it always really hammers in on the fact that you always have to be almost like evolving with your wrestling, especially
Yeah.
the way it is right now. Because obviously, I mean, through the course of the years here, I mean, getting your hands on video was much, much different back then. And knowing, what people were good in certain positions or how they responded against this opponent, what they get, that type of stuff. Now, I mean, it's pretty easy to scout someone, so that really kind of, do you feel yourself having to evolve a lot more in certain areas that might, I shouldn't say come as a surprise, but might be a little bit different and throw a little bit different niche at them?
Yeah. I mean, I'm also like being able to watch film on the girls that I wrestle.
Mhm.
Like even internationally,
Yeah.
I can look up a video of a girl that I'm gonna wrestle. So I think that that's kind of an advantage for me, but it's also an advantage for them. So I don't know. I guess it depends on the person because I know some people like they don't like to see who they're wrestling or what they're good at. They just want to go out there and do what they do. I just trust Boston to tell me
Right.
like what positions I need to be in. I know
Yeah.
what I'm best at. So
Right.
obviously I know the game plan every time I go in there, but he kind of just warns me if they have something that I need
Yeah.
to look out for. And yeah, he's always got my back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's one of the things about having such a coach like Boskin. I mean, he's as good as it gets when it comes to that, especially when it comes to that area. He's really, really good at the film study stuff, like identifying, what areas that, your opponents are, where their strengths are, where the weaknesses are, that type of stuff. And also, obviously getting you near your best positions consistently as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's impressive. That's good. Well, yeah, no, like I said, I was always kind of curious about that. Like I said, because I was never that good to get on the national world level. So it's like I didn't have to really go through that a whole lot. So, but it's like I said, it's getting a little bit different. Preparing for you know an opponent that you consider that you wrestling constantly over and over again, but you're beating them pretty handily. Whereas now, I mean, you're getting with these national caliber girls that are now and you got a target on your back. They're always looking at beating you. They're always getting you, and you're still having to continue to be one better than them all the time. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's impressive. That's good. Well, now, so you spoke on the game planning and the mindset going in. As far as like, because I'm really curious about this point that we're on right now. Um, what's your mindset like going into? I mean, obviously, you're going to have more than one good girl at the trials. I mean, all of them are usually pretty good, and I'm assuming like towards the later rounds, like maybe the quarters, the semis, and the finals. Of course, you're going to have pretty competitive girls that you know pretty well. And what's your mindset going in to those particular matches?
Um, I mean, you just have to believe in yourself and believe in your coaching and believe in everything that you've done leading up to that point will
Mhm.
help you get through that point. I think that when you have two really good girls out on the mat, it comes down to who's toughest and who wants it more because
Mhm.
at the end of the day, it's a 4-minute match,
Yeah.
right? Or in my age group right now, it's a 4-minute match. So, I mean, it's 4 minutes to just go as hard as you can, score as many points as you can,
Mhm.
and just work as hard as you can, and then, you worry about everything else after the match, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you just have to believe in everything that you've done leading up to that point and go out there and wrestle and do what you know to do.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's such a great point because I think that, yeah, obviously that's easier said than done,
Yeah.
especially at your level. At your level, but I mean, especially at your level, I mean, you're talking like it's such a game of like seconds, at that level, and to make sure that you have full confidence in yourself and full belief in yourself, to wrestle, through that whole time period is really, really impressive. That's for sure. So it's got to, like I said, it's got to be tough. And you must be one tough girl. Must be coming with all those boys in the family. So are you officially the toughest follower in the household? Come on, let's just go ahead and throw it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
There, see, that's where the toughness comes in right there. A lot of them are like, oh, I don't know, my brothers are pretty tough. No, but Piper just right away. No, 100%. I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, like I said, you got a pretty tough household to be going through there. That's for sure. You're going
Yeah.
to do it. So, but now, so the World Championships is coming up in Jordan.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever thought? I mean, did you ever think that you'd be wrestling or you'd be traveling to a place like Jordan?
No.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm a pretty well traveled person. I would consider myself, but I don't even know where's Jordan. Where is it? In Jordan exactly.
I have no idea.
And look that up. I think it's down like by Africa or something, isn't it? I don't know. I'm not
Yeah,
really
it is.
geographically. I'm not real strong, so I don't know. I mean, if it's not in South America, Mexico, or Europe, or something like that, or Asia, I don't. I mean, I don't know. But wow, I mean, have you looked at that? Because I know that you do a lot of acclimation type of stuff. Like I know when you did last year when you went overseas and
Yeah.
wrestled the worlds, you were doing a lot of time acclimation. I was
Yeah.
wondering what the time acclimation is going to be with this one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just gonna listen to Boskin then, huh? He's gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna leave all the math to Boskin?
Yeah,
That's kind of scary, isn't
it is, but I
it?
trust them.
That dude's, but he's got to be pawning that off on somebody else. He's got to be pawning that, isn't he? He's gonna have your mom take care of that. Mackenzie, let me
Yeah,
know what time it is, and yeah, there we go. Yeah,
probably.
yeah, that's good. Oh, that's awesome. So you excited to go to Jordan though? You got to be
I
excited.
am.
Yeah. Now, do you get excited? I mean, do you get excited like obviously you're getting excited about the actual competition, okay? Because I mean, like I said, wrestling overseas and it's a whole different experience, I'm sure, and one that not a lot of kids get to partake in. But um, is there any, is there a little bit, I mean, you're still like, is that like you're in your, late 20s or 30s, or it's, you kind of know this type of Olympic routine. You're still a teenager, I mean, there's got to be some sort of excitement. They're like, oh, I'm going to a different country and I want to do this. I want to do this while I'm there. Is there any part of that, or is it just strictly business with wrestling?
I think right now, like, it's just strictly wrestling until the competition's over, and
Yeah.
then maybe some fun stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't know about Jordan. I guess it's pretty scary over there right now. We have to be really careful over there. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. I bet. I know Kenya had some notes on here. She was like, she asked if you're going to try any new foods. And she she wanted to make sure that you knew that horse was a delicacy there.
Oh,
So there you go. You can yeah. She was going to ask me to try a new food, and just for your words of advice to you, I guess horses is a delicacy.
I'll keep that in mind.
I know. Yeah, I'm not sure if I could do that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty adventurous. I like to tap into the cultures and stuff like that when I go travel. I mean, I obviously eat street food in Mexico and Thailand, and I want to do that. But I don't know. I'm not sure if I could. I don't know. I'd have to research that a little bit more, huh, Piper?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Wow. Well, so long-term goals, obviously short-term goals. I think we kind of short-term goals. I think we already know what we're talking there. Obviously, repeat as world champ, of course, right? There's no doubt there. Now, that's after Fargo, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
This year's Worlds is in August.
Oh, okay. All right. So next thing on the agenda for you is obviously Fargo. The next big thing, or is another big thing?
I think I'm also going to Pan Am's as well,
Oh,
which will be in
okay.
the Dominican Republic.
Oh, okay. See,
So,
now we're talking. Now we're talking my
yeah.
language. There we go. Now we're talking. Yeah, we're talking. Yeah, the Dominican Republic. That's a great spot. There we go. That's
Yeah.
a great spot. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So you got Pan Am's, you got Fargo, and you got Worlds. Okay, that's three pretty solid tournaments there. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. So now, obviously, with you being, not only world team member for 2 years in a row, but now world champ and soon to be two-time world champ, you got to have big aspirations, obviously, for Olympic goals. There's no question there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, I mean, this year I qualified to go to the Olympic trials, but they're not letting me because of my age. You have to be turning 18 in
Yeah.
2024, and I'm not.
Gotcha.
So I will be trying in 2028.
There you go. Good
Yep.
deal. Good deal. What? Coach Steiner can't pull any strings there. What's gonna do?
I guess not.
What are you doing? Come on. I'm gonna have to get him. I'm gonna have to get a hold of him. Say, listen, man, come on, dude. We go back. We go way back. Teammates, come on. Let her in. No, I tell you what, you got a better person at the helm there from a USA Wrestling girls or women's perspective. Man, Terry Steiner is, and I'm sure you've obviously got to know him pretty well, since wrestling on that level. But y'all are in good leadership hands there for sure.
Yeah.
So, but the Olympic trials this weekend, though, I'm sure you're going to be tuning in, aren't you?
Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think the team's going to look like?
I don't know.
Yeah, who are you rooting for? Anybody in specific?
No.
Don't know. You got any favorite wrestlers on the national level, or?
I mean, I've always been a huge fan of Adeline Gray.
Okay. Yeah.
But
yeah. I'm good buddies with her old coach, Nate Engel.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know Nate?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate's awesome. Yeah, he's awesome. He's a good dude. Yeah, he used to travel with her quite a bit, and yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about her. But yeah, it's Any other ones that you're keeping an eye on as far as trials are concerned?
No, I'm just excited to watch it all play out. I just want to see. Yeah. I just want to see how it all ends up.
Yeah, it's crazy now though with how few weight classes we have now.
Yeah.
You start mixing up some of those weight classes. You look at them, even like from the guy side, some of those brackets are just crazy. I mean, it's just when you're combining two weight classes, when they're either going up, they're going down. It's just things get a little wild from there. That's for sure. So yeah, it's good stuff though. I tell you what, I can't wait. But I tell you what, Piper, you like I said, you sure do make us proud. I mean, I tell you, what you do for our state and the eyes that we get on our state because of you, we really, really appreciate not only your accomplishments, but your hard work and everything. And tell you what, not only are you evolved in an amazing wrestler every year getting better, but I'm telling you, this is like night and day talking to you. Than it was like, I think when did I do my first podcast with you? Like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Maybe. And it was like this, this shy piper, I was trying to like dig stuff out of her. Come on, talk. Not no more, man. Not no more. Shoot. I love it. Love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. The growth all the way around the board. So it's awesome.
Thank
So
you.
growing up pretty soon, I can be world champ, couple time world champ, senior level world champ, Olympic champ. Just hope you don't forget about us little guys back then.
Of course not.
when not only like Flow Wrestling, but like whatever, like Fox Sports and all that type of stuff when they're interviewing. Just remember where you got your start. Okay.
Oh, okay. I will.
Just remember where you got your start. All right. Well, anybody, any last words for any aspiring, world team, world champion girls out there in Tennessee? What kind of pointers, what kind of stuff can you give them?
Keep working hard. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, working hard, making sure you're getting your practices in, doing everything you can, and just believing in yourself is really the biggest thing, I think.
That's awesome. Good. Love it. Well, like I said, you can tell those are words that you live by, because I'm telling you right now, you're not only impressing now, but you're continuing to impress, and we're continuing to be proud of you.
Thank you.
You got it. Piper,
Thank you
thanks
for
again
having
for
me.
your time, and I'm sure that I will see you at some point in time for sure.
Yep.
All right. Take care now.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there it was. World team member, second world team. So man, good for her. I mean, tell you what a great kid, and just, I mean, not only a great kid, but obviously, pretty darn good wrestler. That's for sure. So, other than that, I mean, on the girls' side, I mean, tell you what, the girls, so very, very, very proud of you. All that went to compete, and just, everything about the girls program that we have going on here in Tennessee. I'm telling you, y'all are doing a fantastic job. That's for sure. No question. So, like I said, just keep cranking away. And girls at that place last weekend, very, very proud of you. Very proud of you. Hold on here a second here. Hopefully we got our next guest coming in here. Okay. Anyway, we're going to go on the boys' side now. Last weekend, obviously, we here in Tennessee, big deal for us. We had our annual Ironman tournament. For those of you guys aren't familiar with the Ironman tournament, 3 styles. This year we did it in 2 days, but the age groups were they were done on the one particular day. So the 16U and the junior boys all done on Saturday. All 3 styles, all day Saturday. Anything from 8U to 14U boys, and all the girls divisions were done on Sunday. And so, like I said, all 3 styles for them. Amazing event. Couldn't be more proud of our organization for, basically what they did and what they put on, and what and Blackman as a host. I mean, I'm just going to give a couple shout outs. One, obviously, to Blackman. Blackman High School has been running this since this tournament's, since we first started doing this tournament, which I need to get a solid figure on the year that we started, but they've been hosting it ever since. And every year they knock it out of the park. I mean, just from their table workers help to their concession stand help to the setup to everything. They just do a fantastic job. And man, I couldn't be more proud having it there. And just, it's just, they just do it. They just knock it out of the park. So thank you so much to Blackman High School and Blackman's and old Blackman's parent base there. Y'all just continue to just do an amazing job. Dale Bradford, he was our track guy, ran the tournament director, and he was, he was awesome. He was incredible. If you need track wrestling, you need anything, just, Dale Bradford is just fantastic what he does. Another one, Nelson Shirley, who is, like I said, our officials director in Tennessee USA Wrestling, but he's like the jack of all trades. I mean, he helped Dale, he's basically like the co-tournament director for the most part. And I'm telling you, Nelson he crushes it. Plus he's in charge of our officials, and we had ample amount of officials, which in the past we've always, struggled with that, but had not only a great number of officials, but also really great officiating this weekend. So it was fantastic. As far as events concerned, As far as the event concerned, it was awesome. I mean, not only did we have record-breaking numbers. So last weekend, with the total number of entries between the three styles, we had over 1,400 entries, which is it's just incredible. And like I said, again, I can't be more proud as state chairman of just our membership, our participation in the state, how it's grown, and how the sport of the Olympic styles have grown at this point. And it's just again, thank you everyone that was involved. Thank you very much for your support. The numbers were outstanding. The competition was outstanding. One notable bracket, and this kind of just gives you an idea. At 175, third place was Drake Bowers. He's a two-time state champ from Christian Brothers. Well, he had Max Norman, who everybody knows he's a three-time state champ from Baylor in the semis, and then Max had Logan Fowler, who everybody knows who Logan Fowler is, obviously the brother of Piper, who is just on here with us. Had him in the finals. That's three. That's like multiple state championships. I think probably, if I'm off the top of my head, I'm guessing 7-ish in one bracket alone, in the freestyle bracket. I mean, pretty incredible. So our competition at this particular event is getting better and better and better. And I'm telling you, we just we couldn't be more proud of him. Now, I don't know what he's. Sorry about this. One of our next guests trying to get. I'm sorry, everyone. Okay, I'm hoping we get him on here, but they're having trouble logging on. So my next guest is. So we'll get this going here in a second. So I apologize, but we are going to. I have to send him another invite, possibly. But anyway, as we chop it up, and I will. I mean, he's. Hold on. Sorry about this again. Yeah. So anyway, sorry. We're waiting for our guests here, and I can't do two things at once here. So I'm trying to get them in here, and yeah. Hold on a second. So but anyway, Ironman tournament was great. So apologize for difficulties here. We will get the next person in here and get them in as soon as possible. But yeah, other than that, like I said, as far as the state perspective, we are, membership's doing great. The kids are doing great. The competition, like I said, last weekend was really, really, really good. And all right, hold on. I'm sorry about this. Okay, hold on. Let me mute myself, and I'll get us on here a second. All right. Okay. Now we're back. Okay. Sorry about that. You know what? I was going to edit it, but I'm not editing anything. I'm not an editor, but sometimes things happen. But you know what? Again, great competition from the youth on up. Obviously, with our youth numbers, they're a little bit smaller than obviously our 16U and junior numbers, but we're getting there, and membership's growing, and so again, couldn't be more proud of our organization. Couldn't be more proud of Blackman being the host that they are, and every year that event just keeps getting better and better, and it just keeps getting bigger. So we'll just keep reporting on it. Now our next guest. Been waiting to have this guy on for quite a while, so I'm gonna bring him in here right now. But pretty credentialed little kid. Getting so little anymore, but pretty credentialed. And so I've been wanting to talk to this guy for a little while. Jaxon Lane, what's going on, my man?
Nothing much.
Not much. Well, good. I'm glad I can finally talk to you here and tell your dad you're on. You're good.
Yeah,
it's good. I'll get to talk to you instead of coach against you. I was coaching against you this weekend. I said, man, I'd much rather talk to you in a podcast and coach against you. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot easier on my end.
Yeah,
coach against you, it's a little tough because I don't even have very good success against you. So me and other coaches, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But this is everyone. This is Jaxon Lane. For those of you who don't know, 8th grader at McCallie. But a little bit about him. He's a 2-time schoolboy duals All-American, kids nationals All-American, high school state champ this past year as an 8th grader. Again, the McCallie school, Greco-Roman national champ last year, and Super 32 All-American. And now, to add that to the list, Tennessee USA Wrestling Ironman.
Oh yeah, I've done it 3 times.
3 times. Oh
yeah.
All right. Well, 3-time Tennessee USA Ironman. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Like I said, we appreciate your time, buddy. Appreciate you getting on here and chopping it up with us a bit. And like I said, we're pretty proud to have you, obviously, in our state, and just with the accomplishments that you've had up to this point, and you've had a pretty, obviously a very, very, very successful career. When did this whole thing start? When did your career start?
I would say it started about 10 years ago, around 2015.
Mm-hmm.
That's about whenever I started. I didn't win my first tournament until my 3rd year of wrestling.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were winning tournaments when you came right out. Oh,
No.
Oh man, this has opened up a whole nother level of discussion now with me and you, boy.
Yeah.
I just thought we were just going to kind of check it off the list. Okay, won this, won that. So now we can actually dig in a little bit about what your whole process of what it's come up to this point, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't start out. You started a little rocky, huh?
Yeah. Well, I really never got into wrestling. I was never big into it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I enjoyed it, but I wasn't tied into it until whenever I actually started trying to practice hard. I was just going there to practice, not really try.
Wow. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell you what, Jaxon, hold on. Give me 10 seconds.
All right.
All right. Sorry about that. I'm back. I had to grab my shoes. I forgot my wallet was in my shoes. I'm at wrestling practice right now. Most certainly didn't want, and then the kids are going to start leaving now. I don't want anybody running out my wallet. Not that there's much in there. So anyway, my bad. Okay, so you started out. You really didn't give it much effort to begin with. Huh?
Yeah,
No.
I mean,
is it because you liked other sports, or is it because what?
Yeah, I liked baseball and football kind of more at that age.
Okay.
But then I just started practicing harder, and I actually started liking it a lot more.
Yeah. And you started winning, and then you liked it even more and more.
Yeah. That's basically how
Is that how that kind of works?
Yeah.
But you still play the other 2 sports, though, right?
I quit baseball this year, but I did play football earlier this year.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So are you sticking with football, or what are you going to do?
Probably not.
No?
I don't think I'll be big enough to play for McCallie next year.
Yeah. They got a pretty good team.
Yeah. Them Canadians really help them.
Is that right? Is that what?
Yeah, almost the whole team's full of Canadians.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, I didn't realize there's many Canadians there. Wow.
Yeah.
shoot, pretty soon, Coach Yost, Coach Pitt's gonna bring in Canadian wrestlers, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. A lot of those, some of those Russians and Cubans and stuff like that, they start defecting to Canada. They never know. They might make their way down to Tennessee, huh?
Yeah.
Never know.
know.
Yeah. So talk about the Ironman this last weekend. So this is your third Ironman championship. You like that tournament? It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed doing it.
Yeah. Is it because you can wrestle all three styles and get a little cup at the end?
Yeah, I always like having the chance of winning a big cup. You don't get that much other tournaments.
Yeah.
So.
That's cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, you pretty much, like I said, obviously you've been dominating in all styles here for quite a while, but, you know, I mean, I guess the matches I coached against you, I mean, we had one of our kids here, Kyle Nielsen, who
yeah,
against him. Yeah. I mean, you know, and he's getting better. He's getting better. A couple times state place winner already. So you've had some decent competition there. You know, some good competition.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which style is it you enjoy the most?
Probably Greco.
Yeah, that's oh, of course. I mean, that's you're a national champ in that.
Yeah.
What do you like so much about Greco? Just the throwing part of it?
Yeah, I just like throwing people.
Yeah. There we go. Well, you know, like I said, you're right sport, and I know that, you know, and that obviously describes the national championship part of it last year.
Yeah.
So which brings me to my next thing. You know, last year that had to be a pretty huge accomplishment for you, huh? Winning the Greco national championship.
Yeah, it was a tough one. I thought I about lost it right at the first 30 seconds of the match. I just made a whole bunch of mistakes, but thank God for Coach High for throwing the challenge break to save me for a continuation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I came back and won 14-11. It was.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a barn burner, that match.
Yeah. Well, Coach High is no stranger to throwing bricks and approaching the referee's table.
I've always wanted to get him.
That's the guy.
I've always wanted to get him a challenge brick that had his name on it.
Actually, you know what? That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I think me and you need to team on that a little bit, Jaxon. Here's what we'll do. I'll get our logo, our Tennessee USA Wrestling logo. We could put that on one side, and then we can have his name put on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. We're gonna do that one. Okay, we're gonna do that one. Maybe we should make it. Here's what we'll do too. We'll make one side red, one side blue, so that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. That gives them options, right?
Yes.
There we go. Cool. Yeah, but we'll describe that experience a little bit. Then you had that tough match and that wild match for your national championship, and just describe the whole national tournament last year.
Well, I mean, I really did have a tough match until the finals. I hadn't had a tough match really that whole year in Greco. Well, actually, no. I wrestled Seamus Reagan at the Keller Classic last year in Greco. I'll beat him by the last second throw. Mm-hmm. But he was one of my toughest opponents. But really, until then, I never had a tough match in Greco.
Gotcha.
But whenever I went into that match, I thought I could just throw him around because I saw him earlier in the tournament. He didn't look that great. But I just knew he was going to do one move, but then he got on top of me one time and rolled me a couple times.
Yeah. Those guys are a good parterre, man. So you got them, they let them on top once, and shoot, it gets a little scary from there.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, good. So this year, your boy Villers right here is telling you Fargo. So I'm assuming the Fargo's in the cards this year. Is that right?
It should be. We're thinking about it. We're trying to think of what weight we're going to go.
Okay. All right. Good. Well, we got to get you there representing Tennessee for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you
I'm
just
looking
stopped
towards 120.
What's that?
I'm looking towards 120.
120?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You'll feel like that pretty good. But last year you were down a little bit lower. This past high school.
I was naturally 106 then.
Yeah.
Instead
that much weight on since the Tennessee State tournament?
Tennessee State tournament. I was definitely nowhere near 106. I think
you look a little big.
Yeah. I think that day of the state finals, I might have been up to 118. A 5-hour break gave me a couple.
Gave you some pounds.
Yeah. Had to feel good to wrestle good.
Yeah, I guess so, man. I guess so, because you look a little big out there. So so that's that Tennessee State title. I mean, like I said, 8th grader. I mean, you're part of that dynamite. I mean, just basically just a dynamite team that are there at McCallie right now that brought that whole resurgence there. How just give us a little bit on the on your high school state tournament, or just your high school experience this year as an 8th grader, just not only individually but also as a team there, McCallie.
Well, it was just a fun year overall. Carson Gentle, he was one of the best leaders on our team. I looked up to him all the time.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Javon,
listen, man, you got to have somebody that keeps like you and Dylan Villers and all those guys in line, man. I mean, seriously, you got to have somebody like that smack you two little guys around a little bit. Keep you in line.
Yeah, they were always there to motivate me when I was cutting weight. It
Yeah,
helped a lot.
is that right?
I think Carson was there multiple times in the weight room with me while I was cutting weight. Like, he would be talking to me almost the whole entire time. It was just he helped so much. Yeah. But also, I mean, the state title and the state finals match, I know I had a tough match. I lost pretty bad to Tanner.
Yeah.
But I just knew we had to. I knew we were going to win, and that's really all that mattered. It really wasn't about my result then. Then it just mattered if we won as a team. But that's about it.
Yeah. Well, but then you might as well get a title too, then, huh? While you're at it. Yeah. You guys are gonna win. Might as well get one then too, huh?
Yeah, and it really helped during the state tournament knowing we locked the team title up in the first day, so I didn't have to worry about possibly having that pressure on me going into the final match.
Yeah, that's not very fun. That's not something you little guys usually have to worry about a whole lot. That's usually the bigger guys.
Yeah, no. Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
But I was one of the last matches that day.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, shoot. Who's that? Okay. Anyway. All right. Moving forward, what do you got going on? I mean, obviously, Villar's already said you were wrestling Fargo. You obviously going to Southeast. You going to state, Southeast Regionals.
Yes. My next tournaments lined up are the Keller Classic, Georgia Games, State, and Southeast.
Okay.
I plan on going 120 for Southeast.
Yeah.
Just so I don't have to, because I know there will be some hammers really there.
Yeah, and then get yourself ready for the for the bigger ones. And of course, duels and Fargo. I'm assuming.
I don't know what weight I'll go at cadet duels yet. Me and Cash Waymeyer talking about that one.
Yeah, you guys are figuring that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave it to Cash.
We don't want to wrestle each other at the Tennessee State. That's what we.
Oh yeah, you guys trying to figure that out.
Uh-huh.
I was talking to Cash about that. Yeah, he's just in a room in there. That's funny. That's funny. Well, good. Well, now he's got a little shout. He got a little shout out in the podcast. He'll be happy about
that.
All right, man. Well, last thing I got for you, bud.
Right.
Obviously, you've been kicked ever since you started to make the commitment to wrestling. You've basically been just killing it from there. What's some advice to some of the younger guys out there that want to be in Jackson's Lane shoes at some point in time?
All I really can say is work hard. Just know that there's always somebody better than you. Working hard or even harder. So, that's probably about it. Just work hard.
Yep.
You want to win.
Just keep getting after it and keep getting better, huh?
Yeah, and don't worry about the losses. You can always come back from them. I
like that, dude. My man. Listen, man, it was awesome chopping it up with you. I only usually see you at a tournament and hey, say what's up and all that stuff. Yeah, it's been great talking to you, man.
Nice talking to you too.
Yeah, this is what I like about this podcast. I get to kind of know you guys a little bit and even more. And now, now we get to a tournament. It's we'll be right on it.
Yeah.
All right, Jaxon, you're a stud, man. We love you. Like I said, we're proud of you and proud of having you in Tennessee. And man, just keep up all the good work. Keep making us proud, my man.
Thank you.
I'll
try.
All right, man. Well, thanks so much for joining us, bud.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
You. All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Too. Bye.
Yeah, another one of our boy. We just have so many good young kids coming up here in our state, and our future is looking very, very bright, ladies and gentlemen, here in Tennessee, without question. So, and with kids like that, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay for sure. We got one more guest on tonight. We figured we'd bring in another Ironman in the older age division this time on the boys' side. So I'm going to bring him around here. I'm pretty familiar with this guy. He's a pretty good kid. So looking forward to hearing from him. But there he is right there, my man, Blaise Meeks. How are you, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, man, I can see you twice in 2 days or so, twice in 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. You're all the way over there in Murfreesboro, man. I get to see you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Blaise Meeks. He is from Blackman High School. He was a 4th place finisher last year in our state tournament, and a kid that consistently gets better. Last year, he was Southeast Regional Greco-Roman champ, freestyle runner-up in the 16Us. Last year, he won our freestyle and Greco state tournament, 16Us. Obviously, Ironman champ this past weekend, 4th at the TNUSAW state tournament this past year. And his record last year in the 23-24 season was a whopping 39-5. And I tell you what, if you guys saw his off-season practice habits and just practice habits in general, that is no shocker that this guy continues to get better and better and better. So there you go. How's that, Blaise? How's that for an intro?
Pretty good. Record could be better, but
Well, you know what? I'm telling you what, though, I'm really, really proud of you where you're coming. I'm telling you, your last couple of years have been, really, really good. And you can just see, over and over, just you're getting better and better and better. And your spring last year, when you were doing so well at the 16Us, I mean, you were, man, oh man. Yeah, I can just tell you here, you were in for a big, for a big season this past season. So what do you think? What was the biggest difference? Well, I tell you what, let's do this first. Let's go your Ironman performance last weekend. How'd you feel about your performance last weekend?
I felt pretty good. It was a lot of matches. Yeah.
How many matches you end up getting in?
13. Went 13. Ooh. Yeah. It was rough, but just took it one match at a time.
Yeah. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Put your kid in the Ironman, and that's what happens right there. 13 matches. It was nothing out of the ordinary. There was kids that were getting like at least 13, 16. I mean, it was wild. And that's when I was like, man, oh man, we need to do this. This is a lot of matches. This is a lot of wrestling. We're here late, but you guys like it though, huh? Yeah. So that's why it's called the Ironman, right?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So you think you wrestle pretty well in all the styles, or?
I could have done better in Greco. We've been doing like strictly folk style for NHSCA in Virginia Beach. So I only had one freestyle practice before that. So I kind of just went based off things I already knew from last year. So
yeah. Well, good.
I felt like I did pretty good.
Well, we must have done a good job teaching you last year then.
Yeah. It helped a lot.
So good. At least a little bit translated over to this past year then. That's good. There you go. Good. I like it. So you were at the NHSCA too.
Yes,
weekend before. See, we had a lot of guys go over there too. And it's nothing against the tournament. It's just the fact that I hate wrestling folk style that late. It's like, I'm in the USAW chairman. We're supposed to be wrestling freestyle at the end of March.
Yeah, it's right at the start of the freestyle season. So it's kind of.
Yeah. And we're still wrestling folk style tournament the first weekend of April. Come on, what are we doing here? Come on, let's rethink this. We got to get that moved up a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's hard though. I get it. It's hard. That's why from a USA Wrestling perspective, they went to that their folk style nationals. They put that, I think it was the second weekend of March, right before the NCAAs, and got all the folk style out of the way, and then started freestyle from there. So, but I know the NHSCA. I don't know why they didn't have it. They usually have it that last weekend of March, and I'm not sure why that didn't. Yeah. So they bumped it back even one more week. So, but so that transition, I guess, from the folk style, the Virginia Beach, the folk style side of the Ironman wasn't too tough, right?
No, not really. No.
The other one,
I felt pretty good in that part.
Yeah, you're okay there.
It was mainly just the Greco part of it.
The Greco one especially, because obviously the freestyle you can grab legs, you can still do that, but the Greco has got to.
Yeah, Greco was especially doing it first thing in the morning. It was kind of a little bit of a shocker, but not really.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I guess wrestling's wrestling in general, and I always say that. But like when because it's not like you're going out there and wrestling, kids that don't really know what they're doing. The whole tournament. Some of them are newbies to the Olympic styles, but a lot of them have been wrestling at some point in time before. Is it hard to? I guess I always kind of wondered. Is it hard to transition? Okay, we got one style going on, got Greco going here till 11 o'clock, and boom, then this freestyle. Then is it hard to transition? Through those freestyles, or not really?
Not too bad. No, I kind of just got to switch my mindset, remember what I got to do. And that's it. That's that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's not too bad.
Right. Well, you talk about mindset. I mean, there must've been a huge mindset switch from your previous TWSAA year to this past one.
Yeah.
Obviously,
It's a big thing was last year I was injured. So that
Right.
kind of boosted me, gave me more, I guess I want to say motivation to just catch up. It's kind of like a catch up game to
Right.
do as much as I can and push past my limits to, catch back up and get what I need to get in
Yeah.
to get better.
And what do you think? I mean, obviously, like I said, because I'm pretty confident that you would have placed the year before if you wouldn't have got hurt. I mean, that's just, but I have confidence in you. I think you're a great
Yeah.
kid. I think you're a great wrestler. But as far as like the mindset of switching to get yourself ready for that postseason, that postseason run that leads to be a state place winner, in the big school division, especially. What was some of the mindset stuff that you had to kind of, I guess, kind of not really get over, but really kind of get you tuned in and prepared for that postseason?
You mean for like the state tournament, like getting ready? Yeah, it was mainly, I don't know, trusting in my wrestling and fine tuning the like little things that I make mistakes on, and just really just having confidence. Like I went in there and I don't remember being nervous like at all before my matches. I was ready and I was in the right mindset and ready to go and excited. The big thing was like turning the nerves into excitement, and I was excited to wrestle. So
I like that.
I feel like that played a big part into it.
No, absolutely. There's so much that goes on in that mental side, and especially, I mean, being, one that didn't have a whole lot of experience at that tournament, at that state tournament, it's an eye opener. Do you think that, cause I know you did a lot with us in the off season this past year, you obviously went on the duels, you went to Southeast regionals, did well at that tournament, stuff like that. Do you think that stuff helped you, those off season,
yeah, definitely. It was like, I don't know, especially with the cadet duels where it's like a 4-day thing where you have a ton of matches, 18 in a couple of days. I think that helped me be able to like grind through the hard matches, because some of those were just rough matches. Even if it's like short periods with Greco and freestyle, it's still like high pace, and so it kind of helped.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shoot, you're wrestling, that many matches, and plus against the best kids in each state. I mean, because all those state teams, obviously we want to bring the best kids we have here in Tennessee. We can do the best we can. It's the same thing with every other state. They always want to bring their best. So that's why I think that those duels are just so important. They're so good for kids that get invited to get on there. It's just because it's such a great experience. It's crazy because you'll get parents and you get kids that were like, well, I mean, I want to be the top guy. I want to be the number one guy, and I want to get all the matches, or I'm not going to go. And I'm like, I don't know if you really won all the matches. Especially at the 16U and the junior. I just, with both styles, I'm gonna put a bet down that you probably, your son or daughter, they don't want all those matches, especially in the juniors. The juniors, because now you're a junior now, so that's the one thing when people want to go on that junior trip, they want to get all the matches, and I'm like, trust me, you don't want all the matches.
Yeah,
it's hard enough at the same. Now the 14Us they can handle that. I mean, it isn't quite as physical, but once you start getting into like as good as our 16U is getting right now across the country, I mean, it is no joke. I mean, you don't get many duels off. I mean, you get some pretty tough kids right away, and then that junior one is just brutal. So we're gonna need you, Blaise.
I'm hoping to go this year. Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, we're gonna need you in that junior team. We're gonna need you in that junior team. And you don't want no 12 matches for that one. Trust me.
Probably not. No.
That sweet spot's 8 to 10. That's good. Because you're wrestling some grown men there, boy.
Yeah, they're probably gonna be huge.
Yeah. No, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. So Blackman, how's things going over there?
Pretty good. Yeah. We're
Tell you what, your program does a great job. I mean, from the kids club on up.
It's still staying pretty big. We got a lot of kids. We've got good coaching staff. And I feel like they're fine tuning us and helping us get better every day. Yeah. I like it.
A lot of kids training right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good. Guys, like I said, the year round thing. I mean, anywhere from the kids club to the year-round program, at the older ages is just so important for programs. That's why you guys are, perennial power, and you just got, some just great kids, popping through that program consistently.
Yes.
So, yeah. So how'd your old wrestling career? How'd you get started in this whirlwind of wrestling here now? Because I know you're pretty committed to it now.
I started wrestling in 8th grade, but I started jiu-jitsu when I was 5, and I've always had like a wrestling base to my
Wow.
jiu-jitsu.
I didn't know you did jiu-jitsu.
So yeah, I got into wrestling just like to try it, and then I fell in love with it, and I've just been grinding out since.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, I haven't been doing jiu-jitsu for a while, or since like 8th grade. I kind of went full on into wrestling and just like fully committed to wrestling.
Wow.
And yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome. So basically, when I first met you and you started first coming to those little like session practices that I was having, you were really fairly new to wrestling then.
Pretty much, yeah. I think I'd only been wrestling for like a year.
Wow.
So yeah,
that's even more impressive. Because I can remember I kept telling you how good you were, how good you were, and how good you could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. See, you finally believe me.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it took a couple of years, all right, Blaise. I told you. I told you. Come on, man. So I know a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, good. So what's next with you? What's going on now? You got what's the upcoming competition? What's your plans for summer?
So I don't think we're going to Keller Classic this weekend. I think we didn't have enough guys going or whatever. But the weekend after that, I believe we're going to a tournament in North Carolina.
Oh, cool.
And then freestyle state, and then Southeast regionals.
Yep.
And hopefully Fargo, if we can get a group to go. I think that'll be fun. Oh,
absolutely. Yeah. I think I think you definitely not only enjoy, but you would thrive in that Fargo experience. I think everybody has to experience that. And I think it would definitely be something that, you would love to do that.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Good. Well, cool, man. Well, anything else out there for the listeners?
Not anything I think of.
No, man. I tell you what, it was really good seeing you not only last weekend, man, but it's awesome seeing you in the podcast, and it's really, really great seeing like all your improvement. And like, I'm very, very, very proud of you, man, and just the the dedication and the hard work that you put into the sport. And I can tell your commitment level is awesome, and you do a great job representing our state. And like I said, we can't wait to get you on our national teams here moving forward in the future, and just keep representing us, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You got it, man. Thanks so much for your time, Blaise. And
right.
like I said, awesome seeing you, and I'm sure I'll see you here soon, buddy.
Yep. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, bud. Take care now.
You too.
All right. There we go. Got some great guests on here tonight, as usual. Like I said, it makes my job a lot easier on this platform, and it's so good seeing the growth and not only the younger kids coming through like your Jaxon Lanes and your Villers and all those 8th grade kids that are coming through there, but just seeing guys like Blaise. Really, really, just really proud seeing something like that, because like literally, when I first moved here to Middle Tennessee, a kid that was very, very new to wrestling, and now obviously winning tournaments like the Southeast Regional, place in our state tournament, TWSAA, looking forward to go to Fargo. That's really what our organization's about. Catering to all those kids, and I'm telling you, he's one to watch. That's for sure. He's doing a great job, and they're doing a great job overall with Blackman, so I'm very proud of that program. But anyway, that's it for tonight's edition of the Tennessee Power Hour podcast. Looking forward to next week, this weekend, obviously, from a USA perspective, be sure to tune in. I believe the Olympic trials start on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. And wow, if you haven't seen the brackets, check out the brackets. Being that the Olympic years are condensed down now, taking all the weight classes and kind of condense them into 6. There is just going to be some amazing wrestling. So Olympic trials going on this weekend. Also, plug for our Club Fest event down in Birmingham, Alabama. It's at Thompson High School. 10 of the best clubs in the Southeast. Young Guns Nashville, Compound, Level Up, Stronghold, Wave, Tennessee Wrestling Academy, Higher Calling, Minions, all coming down. A couple others, I believe, too. Can't remember off the top of my head, but we got it's gonna be great. One day on Saturday, a freestyle tournament. I think Shad opened it up a little bit, some Alabama, other Alabama clubs to get in the competition side of it. So freestyle tournament on Saturday, Stronghold Classic, and then on Sunday, training session from 9 to 12 with all those clubs, with all their kids, all the coaches. Yeah, looking forward to it. Love the things that are going on here in the Southeast, and going to be more proud to be a part of it. So other than that, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great power hour. I miss my co-host Kenya, but I hope she's having a great time. I'm sure she is at her concert. And we will be returning next week on Tuesday, 7:00 Central time. And we will see you later. So enjoy your evening. Thanks so much for tuning in. Mike Hatcher, your state chairman, and we're out. Thank you.